Hi everyone. In this video, I'm gonna share my journey of how I enlisted into the United States Air Force as a permanent resident. I'll walk you through the step-by-step process of contacting your recruiter and to where I am at now, the delayed entry program. A little bit about myself. My name is Jimmy and I was born in Trinidad and I migrated to the US in 2023. I've always had a deep interest in military stuff. I initially tried enlisting into the US Army while I was still living in Trinidad and Tobago, but you needed to be like a permanent resident or a citizen to enlist. And I think that still stands today. Anyways, fast forward to June of 2024. I made the decision to enlist in the Air Force, and here's how it went down. So, boom, number one, right? You have two options for this, but the first option is the correct option. So, you go online to United States Air Force website. You click on the contact or apply now link, right? And then you will fill out like an intake form, and then someone from the Air Force will contact you, and ask you some preliminary questions to see if you qualify, and then forward your information to your local recruiter. But the way I did it, I spam call my recruiter. See, you shouldn't do that, right? But I did. And then, he returned my call and he explained that he was out for the day. And I expressed my interest in joining, right? Active duty, that is. And we scheduled an in-person meeting and he told me, all the documents I needed to bring. So, step two, when I met the recruiter, he took the documents he told me to bring, he scanned them and everything. He asked me about any medical history I have, any mental issues I have, about drug use, right? In these questions, you need to be honest and you need to be open with your recruiter, right? And your recruiter could guide you and tell you, what you need to disclose, and if you need to disclose that information to MEPS, right? But yeah, he took my height and weight, and we discussed the ASVAB test, right? So the ASVAB is like a general test you need to do. Well, you need to do the ASVAB test to get a job, basically. Anyways, we'll talk more about that. So the ASVAB is the full name of it is the Armed Service Vocational Aptitude Battery Test, right? It is a critical part of the enlistment process, as I was just saying. It tests your knowledge, and I'm reading this off the internet. It tests your knowledge in areas like math, English, science, and puzzles. Basically, everything you learn in high school. Your scores determine which job you qualify for, and the higher the score, the more options you'll have. So keep that in mind. You need to study for the ASVAB, and I have some links below that some resources that can help you study for your ASVAB, right? Anyways, so no, I love two, right? So you could do this in two ways. You could take the pie cut, right? This is the online version, right? You can take at home or at your recruiter's office, right? Afterwards, you need to go to MEPS to verify your score, right? Or the second option is the full ASVAB, and that is done on the day you go to MEPS, right? So when you go to MEPS, you can do your ASVAB test and you can do your physicals. But I only went to MEPS to do my ASVAB test on one day, right? So once my once my score was verified, my recruiter scheduled my physical exam at MEPS, and I'll cover this in a more detailed video, right, in a separate video. But let me tell you about MEPS. It is exactly like they say it is. Exactly like they say it is. Right. So after MEPS, I needed a waiver for my astigmatism because Jimin is blind, right? And about a month later, I swore into the delayed entry program. So step 5, we're in the delayed entry program, right? You guys need to create a list of the top 10 to 20 jobs. I think you could put like 20 on your list for like job preferences, right? And these jobs that on your list, you could list by number 1, number 2, by the hierarchy. But if there's a job opening and your recruiter gives you the job, you basically you need to go with the job because that's part of the process and it's on your job list. So they're saying you're okay with having the job and doing the job, basically, right? So the second thing you want to do is while you're in DEP and you already pick your job list, you wait for your recruiter to get back to you and book your jobs. Because in the Air Force, unlike the other service branches, you need to wait on your job and they don't have like open jobs readily available for us to fill. And the last thing you want to do, well, the first and last thing you want to do is stay fit and be active and be ready for your call at any time. All right. I marked all my jobs for quick shift, so I can leave any day, today, tomorrow, next week. But yeah. Anyways, for green card holders in this job aspect, our list is quite short compared to like over 200 job and career fields they have available in the Air Force. We have like a short list, like 50 or 60 jobs that we could qualify for because we don't have the top security clearance yet because we're not citizens of the United States. So keep that in mind. For 4 to 6 years, you might be doing a job that you wouldn't necessarily like, but if you decide to make the military a career, you could definitely go and cross train after I think 3 years from signing your contract. 3 years after, you could go cross train into another field of your choice. So that's it for today. If you're preparing for the ASVAB, as I said, or thinking about enlisting, check out the practice links I have below in the description. And don't forget to like, comment, and share. And subscribe for updates on my journey. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.